warm good day to you and welcome back to your favorite channel, Alfonso de Rothschild's Tutorials. I want to say that I am sure you are not new to this channel. But what if you are new? In that case, a hearty welcome to you. I would like to say that you have come to the right place. A channel dedicated to helping all of us, wherever you are in the world, as a second speaker, a speaker of the English language, as a second tongue, to have a better grasp and to communicate more effectively in this all-important language. If you are an aspiring IELTS English candidate, or you are an aspiring IJMB, you are a Nigerian, and you are preparing to sit for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, or you are an SSCE hopeful, or you are preparing for the NAPTEP examination, the NECO examination, or you are simply a business executive who would want to communicate more fluently with your subordinates and superiors alike, or you are a freelancer who speak and write and communicate for and with everyone who is interested in communication in English, or you simply want to better your spoken and written English in your everyday conversations with people. I would like to say welcome and to remind you that you have come to the right place. If you have been following our videos, you will discover that for some time now, our searchlight has focused on quantifiers, those adjectives that are used along with nouns in order to talk about the amounts involved, the numbers involved, the quantities involved, and so on and so forth. The quantifier that we are discussing at the moment is most. When we started this discussion, I would like to refer you to our immediate past video. I introduced the quantifier most by saying that most is a superlative adjective for many and much. In other words, we say many, many more, and most. Much, much more, and most. Let us take a few examples to illustrate this. Number one, you still remember, of course, that the superlative adjective is used when three parties are being compared, when there is a comparison among three parties or a comparison involving three parties. In this example, naturally, there are three parties, and the three parties are the nouns Alice, Sage, and Parsley. And our sentence reads, Alice won 2 lorries at the competition, while Sage won 4, but Parsley won the most lorries. So the superlative here is most. Alice won 2 lorries at the competition, while Sage won 4. That is, Sage won more lorries because Sage is the comparative. But the superlative most means most of all. Let us take another example. So now let's take a look at this second sentence. It says, and I read, there were many attendees at the regional youth rally and more attendees at the gay rights symposium, but the anti-feminist conference had the most attendees of all. So we can now say many attendees, more attendees, and then most attendees. So we have used most here as a superlative of many, many more, and most. Oh, my brother. So, sentence 3 says, Betsy has much hair on her head. Betsy has much hair on her head. Then compared to Betsy, we now say, while Vivian has more, that is, has more hair. That is, we're talking about much more, much and more, positive and comparative. But Angela has most hair of the three maidens. Among the three maidens, Angela has most hair. So we now have much, more, and most. And so now we have illustrated the fact that most is the superlative of many and much. Many, more, most. Much, more, most. Now, we can move on. Now, besides this basic function of most that we have analyzed, let us now talk generally about using most to compare places, people, and things. Let us take an example to begin with. Sentence 1. This sentence says, Zurich is the most opulent city. You can see that in this example, most is still playing the superlative role as an adjective. It is qualifying the other adjective, opulent. It says, Zurich is Switzerland's most opulent city. Let us take a second example. It says, even the most carefully prepared documents can still contain errors. Even the most carefully prepared documents can still contain errors. In this example, as we had observed at the beginning of our discussion on most, not on this video, on our first video, that most can function as an adjective, usually modifying fellow adjectives, and can also modify adverbs in addition to functioning as a determiner. In this second example, example 2, most is qualifying the adverb of manner carefully, which in turn is modifying the verb prepared. It says, even the most carefully prepared documents can still contain errors. Now we take a look at the third example. Now this example says, The sentence is a question. It asks, who do you think is most likely to win the presidential election? Who do you think is most likely to win the presidential election? And here we have most qualifying or modifying the adverb of manner likely. Who do you think is most likely to win the presidential election? Now let us take another example. Let us veer away a little. If we say easily, by far, we can use most in this sense with easily, by far the, that's by far the most, easily the most. The sentence says, among the six constants, Abigail is easily the most. Abigail is easily the most attractive. Among the six constants, Abigail is easily the most attractive. Let us take example number 5. It says, the 15 years I spent in the Navy were by far the most. The 15 years I spent in the Navy were by far the most exciting period of my life. The 15 years I spent in the Navy were by far the most exciting period of my life. Do you have a question for me? I bet you do. Do you have an observation to make? A suggestion? Are there ideas you want to share with us on how we can make our videos better? Please drop your comments on the comment section, and I will be happy you have done this. If you like our videos, please like this video and share it. Most importantly, subscribe to this channel so that you can receive our videos right in your email box. So what do we do next? Watch out. What if we use must along with the preposition must have? Now this is the point to be noted about this. When you say must have, then you are using must along with a plural countable noun or an uncountable noun. Or you are using it with a plural form of a pronoun or a pronoun that stands for a noun that cannot be counted. Example 1. There are two sentences here. Sentence 1 says, while in Zanzibar, most of us, must have, followed by a plural pronoun, usually the object pronoun, like us and them and you. The object plural pronouns, like us, you and them. So it says, while in Zanzibar, most of us prepared, this should be preferred, not prepared. Most of us preferred, skiing to swimming. Most of us preferred skiing to swimming. Number 2, the research parties visited Alexandria, but most of them, plural, object pronoun. Most of the research parties, most of them elected to sit on the Nile beach and watch the whales. Most of them elected to sit on the Nile beach and watch the whales. Let us take a third example. Number 3 says, although most of the constituencies is the plural form of constituency. It is a countable noun, the plural countable noun of the noun constituency. It says, although most of the constituencies, most of followed by a plural noun or a plural object pronoun. Although most of the constituencies voted nay on the pro-abortion bill, Parliament went on to pass the bill into law. Example 4. So we take a look at sentence 4 of the series, and it says, there were several delegates. There were several delegates to the conference. That's what it was here. To the conference on constitutional amendment. Most of the participants, that is, most of followed by a plural countable noun. Most of the participants were left-wing politicians. Hello, my dear viewer and listener. If you have been enjoying what we're doing here, why not subscribe to this channel to be getting more of these kind of videos? Please like and share this video so as to encourage us to do more. If you have a comment or question, drop these on the comment section and I will attend to them promptly. There is still so much to be said on the quantifier most. As such, our next video will continue to discuss most until we have gradually come to an end of it. So I invite you to join me on our next video, where we shall be saying more on the quantifier most. As I await your arrival on the other side of this video, stay away from trouble and take care of yourself.